excited. I'm happy to be doing this right now with you. I'm happy to be hanging out with you.
I don't feel like I've hung out with you too much.
I know.
Past couple days.
We finally get to connect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just watching a movie where they had the therapist told the couple that they should have, what do they call it? An hour each week where they sit down and just talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is our hour.
Yeah, sometimes I look at it. Sometimes it feels like the kids have shared custody of us. do you know what I mean? It's not like we are, but it's like when we finally get to sit down together
without them. It's
just like, oh my God, yeah, the kids, they have us. They have us at all times.
At all times.
Finally, it feels like I don't know, like a getaway. Like I don't know, like if a getaway is too, but it's very relaxing. It's very relaxing. So
yes.
But yeah, no, this is the perfect vibe to start popping open some chakras, I think.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, this is, and I feel like there's a lot of chakras to be popped, right?
Do you feel like it's clenched?
I'm clenched. I'm a little clenched.
You're clenched?
Well, I mean, just my root chakra is a little clenched.
Uh-oh, what you got going on down there?
Well, I've unlocked a new fear, which we talked about already. And listen, some of the times we're going to talk about things on this podcast that we've already talked about. We've been together for 23 years.
Yes.
We've talked about everything.
Okay.
If we get something new that hits us in our life, it's so hard to not talk to you about it. It's like, but this is a thing. We've been together so long.
Yeah.
Right? But new fear unlocked. That hockey player that got his slit throat by the hockey skate.
You said his throat. His
throat slit.
You said it wrong. I don't know how to say it anymore, but
I said it with so much confidence. It's like, that was wrong, but that's how you say it.
Yeah. His slit throat. Yeah, that's terrifying because you always look at hockey and you're like, oh, I always was like, somebody's going to chop off a finger. But I know they wear those giant gloves and you're like, okay, I guess it won't happen. They've got giant gloves on, but somebody's going to lose a finger. I never was like, oh, somebody's going to die from their throat being like, it's a horror movie.
Yeah. At most, I thought somebody would like lose an ear or like an eye, God forbid an eye.
Yeah, or just get like a evil villain scratched down their face, like maybe straight down the eye like a bad cat.
No, I think hockey skipped literally all of those.
Yeah.
It went straight to the throat slit.
What was that? That was crazy.
I don't follow hockey enough to know about all the different skate injuries that happen.
Yeah, me neither. But you don't hear about them too much. You think you'd hear about them.
Yeah, but you don't hear about anything. We barely heard about this.
But we both did.
We did both hear about it, but it wasn't like one of those, listen, everybody needs to stop what you're doing right now.
Which it should be, right?
Yeah, I think all news outlets should have been playing this at the same time. TV should have been interrupted.
Yeah.
It was like your radio stations, like
it's happened.
Yeah, this is not a test. People are
man.
getting their throat slit on the hockey ice.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like a fight or anything, right? It just like was a weird, crazy, both fall down?
No, I think somebody was, the one that did the throat slitting was diving. Oh. And his feet went up like higher than his head.
Oh.
And the other person was like also bending down to get after the puck. They were both trying to get the puck on a hustle play. They were trying to out hustle play each other. It was a double hustle play.
Now I see hockey as nothing more than a sport where people have knives taped to their feet.
Well, yes.
I mean, not taped, but they're wearing knives on their feet.
Yeah, they're a little more high tech than that, but for sure they have knives taped to their feet.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's, that's wild. If it wasn't already hard enough to get black people in the hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never. It's not happening.
Or is that why you thought it was a fight because more minorities have been playing hockey? Did you think something broke out?
I was like, did somebody take their skate off and use it as a weapon?
You would think that for that type of precision, that is what has to happen. Mm-hmm. But no. Double hustle play. One of the other persons, well, he didn't hustle hard enough either.
Oh.
The other person got in between him and the puck.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Get hustle. Get after it a little bit more.
Yeah, get after life. No, seriously, rest in peace. And I hope your family is well taken care of.
You're tragic.
I hope.
Can you imagine if, like, what if that hockey player had kids and the children were watching that game and they saw their dad go out that way? Was it, like, you watched the thing? Was it gory?
No.
Was it blood everywhere?
No. I mean, well, there was blood everywhere. He did bleed.
Yeah.
But the actual, like, the point of contact, you barely notice what happens.
It's like a paper cut.
I mean, you see the skate go up there. It's not the best footage.
Yeah.
You know, but you see the skate go up there and you see him, like, drop to his knees, like, you know, very quickly.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, dude, he heard that. He heard his throat being slit open.
Ew. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did they finish the hockey game?
I don't know. He was rushed to a hospital, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he died later on. He didn't die on the ice. I think he died.
Really? They couldn't save him?
No. You would think that in 2023 we had the technology to glue a throat back together on the fly.
Right.
Also, you would think in a sport where people had knives taped to their feet,
Yeah.
there was throat hole glue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got that in the first aid kit, right?
Yeah. Why isn't there somebody in the hockey boardroom like, well, what if somebody gets their throat slit by a skate?
Yeah. We need to be ready for that.
Yeah, there probably was somebody that said that. They're like, yeah, all right, dweeb, go back to soccer. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. This is hockey.
Man.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen again. Because then it's going to be happening all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, you can get my lips cut off.
That's immediately what you worried about.
Well,
my lips.
I mean, as far as like things that on the like above the neck, you know, my lips take up a lot of my above the neck
I agree.
real estate.
I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
I get my lips chopped right off by a hockey skate.
You could. I wonder if were his skates sharper? Like, are there any rules about how sharp your skates are?
I don't know what the sharpness of the skate does. I don't know if that helps you like cut, like helps you maneuver
I know with
better.
skiing, because I did downhill ski
Mm-hmm.
racing, and you would sharpen your edges. And the better you got, the more people sharpened them. And I went to States one year, and my coach didn't come, and another team kind of adopted me, and they like sharpened my skis for me right before I went. And I had never had my skis that sharp before, and I went, and it was really icy that day.
Like, how did you test to see if they were sharp enough? Like back before this day, like would you just like sharpen them? Like, oh, that looks good enough.
Oh, I didn't sharpen mine.
You never sharpened your skates?
I didn't have sharpened. I think I sharpened them at the beginning of every season.
Yeah.
But I didn't sharpen them during the season. I didn't have that stuff.
So were people out there sharpening them like for every meet?
Yeah. And so they did this for me right before like my race.
Yeah.
To go down the hill, and they gave them back to me, and I was like, oh, cool, you know. And I had just gone out. This was the biggest ski race I had ever been at. So I had just gone out with my mom, and there's like these the bodysuits that the people wear, you know, like I had been wearing like my snow pants and like my snow coat, you know.
You just like when walking, like you couldn't even put your arms down all the way.
I was marshmallowing out there, but I was
if you fell down, you had to have like 3 people help you up.
But I was
That's why your mom was with you, so she could help you up when you fell down.
Yeah. But I was at States, and so we went out, and she bought me this like, you know, speed suit because I wanted it, and she also bought me this headgear thing that was like just a bar above your forehead and then around your mouth.
You had a need for speed. You were built for it.
Yeah,
you came in ready
like,
for speed.
I was like, okay, Mom, I'll get this, you know, because she was buying me that. I didn't want that other thing. But so I get up there, they sharpen my skis for me, give them back to me. I'm like, and I'm feeling like special because these people are like helping me, you know, and like they're like serious skiers. And I go, and it was so icy, and I came out, and as soon as I like hit the edge of my ski, it wasn't what I was used to, and it caught, and I fell so fast and so hard right. Like I would have broke my face, but I had this fancy new helmet thing that my mom said that I needed.
Thing you had a speed racer helmet,
so I didn't break my face. I was instantly disqualified from the ski race for falling.
Yeah. Okay,
but so I know with skis you sharpen them,
and then what happens? You fall on your face.
You fall. They catch different. But in theory, like you can catch an edge better, so you can turn sharper, so it like can help you go faster.
Exactly. I'm sure that. So the sharper your ski is, I'm sure like the more maneuverability you have.
With your
you know, especially for that cool T-stop.
Yeah.
You know, where you get to make it snow on somebody.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, I don't think like I don't think I have to worry about that. I don't think if
your lips aren't going anywhere. Is that what?
Yeah. If I ever played ice hockey, I'm just not gonna hustle.
Oh, he out hustled me again.
Yeah, woo, I mean, yeah, black eye on ice skates, doing the best I can out here.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, that puckered my butt.
Yeah.
Just the idea of that, because one of my biggest fears is freak accidents.
Yes, I know that about you.
I do a sport where it's like freak accidents could happen. It's a contact sport. I mean, well, I don't do it. I hobby Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah.
You do a sport.
Yeah.
I hobby Jiu Jitsu, but I'm out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I know just in life you worry about freak accidents too.
I know some people in Jiu Jitsu need to stop sharpening their fucking elbows. Or their toenails.
Mm-hmm. Toenails could get
They're
you.
sharpening toenails.
What if like a hangnail on a toe catches you in the eyeball and rips your eyeball out?
I thought you were going to say slit my throat. There's a lot of like feet in the like shoulder area from defensively that people are doing.
Those feet are up there.
Their feet are up there. You could get your throat slit in jiu-jitsu with sharpen up toenails.
What if your somebody's big toe went up your nostril and got stuck?
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say mouth.
I think you could spit it out.
First of all, pick a more reasonably sized toe.
A little toe?
Get it. I have some nostrils on me. I get it.
I thought you were talking shit. I thought you had perfect feet to talk shit.
I definitely get where you're coming from. But let's say pinky toe. Yes, I could fit a big toe up my nose. Pretty much any big toe. Any size foot.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call it. But that feels like a chakra pop.
You feel better?
I feel better. I feel better about all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a root chakra. Getting it popped. I said I was going to learn more about chakras. I didn't this week, but it's okay.
Okay.
I would have learned about the root chakra, but we had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's on to the pelvis chakra. Popping another chakra.
Yes.
You still feeling good?
I'm still feeling good.
Feeling the vibe, right?
Still feeling the vibe.
So, the pelvis chakra is associated with guilt and pleasure, right? And I guess this is kind of one of my guilty pleasures. Altogether, it's both.
Guilt and pleasure.
It's just my guilty pleasure, right? Wokeness is trying to double back on white women right now.
Tell me more.
They're trying to get them.
It's coming back for white women?
Yeah, because typically, if people were being accused of slavery, of having slaves in the past, because that is the big issue in America is our slavery past.
Yeah.
Right. That's a blight in our history. We're blighted up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of first of all, it's one of the many blights.
One of the many.
Let me think. I don't think we lead the world. As far as First Nation, like first world nations are concerned, I don't think we lead the world in blights. But I do think we lead the world in our own people calling out our blights. I think we also lead the world in calling out other people's blights and then doing something about it.
Yes, I think we like that. We like to do that. We look around and we're like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that over there.
Stop that.
And we get involved.
And we say, hey, stop that. Knock that off.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if another country tried to step in and clean up our blights?
Oh, we would not like that.
No, we're not having
like, what? Who do they think they are? That's what we need to unite the America.
Yeah, you think so?
I think that would unite us real quick.
Who do you? I mean, it has to be. It can't be. I hope it's not a superpower. It has to be somebody that we could take out, like the citizens. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a scary thing to call out right now. Like I was going through my mind of different nations. I was like, ooh, I don't think I. What if
like Nova Scotia?
Yeah, that'd be okay.
If Nova Scotia try to rise up.
Yeah, and be like, America.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are disgraceful. We'd be like, excuse us.
It is tough too because when you're trying to think of a place that could throw us over in a way that allows us to kick their ass.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it's not a place with brown people, right? You're trying to be as sensitive as because you're trying to cause more problem.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
That's one of the blights. That's one of the many blights that we're trying to erase.
Yeah.
Right. So it has to be. So that's.
I was thinking Ireland, and I was like, I don't think we want to deal with the Irish people. They seem a lot tougher than us.
There's a lot fewer of them.
Yeah, which goes well for us.
Yeah,
but they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, then we'd probably go there.
Yeah,
That's a long way for them to come.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't pick anybody in Europe because I was like, man, it's a long way to travel by ship.
Yeah.
Is what I thought. So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it's a warship, though.
Okay.
It's a big old warship.
Big one.
Yeah. They're going to storm our coast.
Yeah.
Does Ireland even have an army?
They just yell angrily.
Right? They don't have an air force or anything, right?
They got pitchforks.
See what I'm saying?
They're still like, get the beast type of country in my mind.
People.
Yeah.
So wokeness is coming for white people.
Oh, no.
White women.
Oh, no.
Right? So in previously, I felt like there was a kind of a popular sentiment where white women, and it's, joking comedy, but it's like a pop culture thing where white women were like, well, you guys are angry about slavery, right? Well, that wasn't us.
Yeah.
Come
on.
That was the white men.
We were oppressed as well. We're on your side. We were just trying not to get raped too.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
However,
people were marrying us when we were 13, 12, 9.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't choose that.
Well, I mean, 9-year-olds probably make terrible decisions. Do you want to get married? Yeah, I want to get married. Do you want a doll? You can get this doll if you get married. You know what I mean? They're probably really easy to trick a 9-year-old into marrying.
Yeah.
Like the president.
Yeah.
I mean, they were marrying like senators and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, those 9-year-old women back then had it made.
Do you think so?
I mean, well, socially.
So, yeah.
As far as social climate was concerned.
Yeah.
They're quick. I recently watched a documentary about how white women owned slaves, contrary to popular belief.
Oh, no.
White women did own slaves, and they weren't nice to them. And later on, did you know this? Alongside the KKK, there was a time period where there was also a WKKK. Cooch, 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 cooch. Yes. There was a women's KKK. A cooch, 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 cooch.
That's because women just want to be included. And I'm sure the KKK men were like, you can't come to our meeting. And so they were like, let's have our own meeting when our husbands go off to their meetings.
That's exactly what happened.
I know.
It was mostly just dinner parties.
I believe it.
They were just hanging out and gossiping. They didn't do anything. And the closest time, and this is from this woke documentary that was like, when if white women were trying to tell you that they weren't part of slavery, hit them with this, right? Even they had, historically had to give the historical facts. It's like they were mostly just like, having cocktail parties, and little get-togethers, and like, boys can't come.
Yeah,
exactly. They're just mostly that. It was like mostly like girls rule, boys rule.
Yeah,
that's mostly what it was.
Yeah,
and every now and again, they would get involved with.
They brought the cupcakes to the KKKs, or they brought them food before they went off and did bad things.
Possibly.
Yeah.
You have to carbo load.
Yeah.
Before you're going out there to wreak racial terror.
Yeah, I think you need a lot of bread.
Yeah, you can't do that on an empty stomach.
Yeah. Gotta sop up some of that whiskey, honey. You don't want to be throwing up again.
That's a very
Eat this
good
cornbread.
You don't think they were unwhiskied out there?
No. Don't make choices like that when you're not on whiskey. Come on.
For sure. It seems like there was no time in history where like atrocities weren't being done with some sort of intoxication.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot.
It does. But nobody's banning that stuff. That's world globally. There's beer across the globe.
Yeah.
That's the one thing every ancient culture learned how to make on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so sometimes the women would use their networks to spread rumors about senators and stuff. They're just gossiping.
Yeah.
That's all they really did. It's just gossip. So, but yeah, I didn't really hear anything that was like, because when the documentary was first saying like, oh, women were not nice to their slaves either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, when women are empowered, they do evil shit.
You were ready for this, huh?
Dude, I was like,
what did she do?
My butthole was pre-clenched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I even was clenching with my toes a little bit. Like this is gonna get gruesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, they just yelled at them, and it was nothing terrible.
Yeah.
But another thing that was kind of funny to me is that the documentary had to admit, I think we talked about this before, but what percentage of people, we definitely talked about this before, what percentage of people do you think owned slaves back then?
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this. And I forget the answer. Is this of all of the U.S.? It's not just like the South?
Yeah, well, I think all of the U.S. I think it was all of the U.S.
I mean, it's a small percentage, right? Is it like 10%?
No, it was like 1.5%.
We are not responsible for what these wealthy humans are doing.
Now it's the wealthy.
Yeah.
It can't be the women thing. No, but that's what it was. It was the rich.
Yeah.
Everybody in society is paying for what the rich did.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And yeah, the rich were jerks. They're jerks. We still know this.
But we all still want to be the rich.
We do. We want to very much.
We all want to be in that could possibly have slave status.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's like, oh, if I had slaves, I'd be mean to them too. But you probably would.
But there was also there was a weird math thing that they also said, because there were like, I think 3 million slaves altogether, like I think total. And they said something like 300,000 people had 3 million slaves. But that feels
a lot of slaves to manage.
Yeah.
No wonder they're being mean. That's a lot of people to be in charge of.
Yeah. Well, some people probably only had like 1 or 2 slaves.
Yeah.
Not everybody had like plantations.
Yeah.
They just like, they had a homie.
Yeah. Hey, come help me with this stuff.
Yeah. Can I get a homie? Well, I'm not gonna be nice to you. You got to be nice to me, though. I mean, it's that kind of homie. You can I get one of those homies? So yeah, that's a chakra popped.
Yeah.
A little guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I defend the white ladies.
Yeah,
the cooch. They were just having wine parties. Let them be.
Be on the lookout though. Watch out for wokeness.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me know if wokeness is coming at you. I'll stand in front of it.
What if it comes at me with a hockey skate?
All right. Do we had a good run?
Yeah. You're not standing in front of me with your lips?
Not right now. Not with these lips. I need to get like a lip helmet.
Yeah. And then you got my back.
Yeah.
Got
like
my
one
neck.
of those, like a leather mask with a zipper. All right, I got your boy. All right. So now we're moving on. Mm-hmm. Popping the chakras, catching the vibe. It's feeling good, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice little vibe for popping chakras. So this is the gut chakra. Mm-hmm. We're moving on to the gut chakra that has to do with confidence and self-esteem.
Gotta sit up a little taller for this one.
You gotta express your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be a confidence sitter when you're talking about confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little bit of a personal one, but it's I don't know how to I'm like disappointed. I don't know how to handle the fact that I had a therapist say no.
You need therapy for your therapist?
Yes. I need
Are you afraid? But are you afraid to try to get another therapist?
It did give me some therapist hesitancy.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned that I didn't know that therapists could be like, nah.
Nobody talks about that.
Yeah. Well, really, she was like, nah, you're good. You got it. You got to figure. Trust, like, you got it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I obviously don't got it. Like, the tools that I've been using up until this point has brought me to you.
Well, I think the way you got to think about it, maybe she was just being very honest, and she was like, I don't think I can help you.
Well, if she was being very honest, she would have said, I don't think I can help you. She said, you seem like you have a lot of very good coping mechanisms to deal with your past.
Uh-huh. Did you tell her I need to deal with my present?
I kept trying to tell her that. I was like, well, I'm not concerned about my past. It's now. It's like the things that I'm doing and saying now might be the issue.
Yeah.
Right? It's like my current behavior. Mm-hmm. Can we deal with my current behavior?
Yeah.
And she didn't want to go 10 toes down on my current behavior. I think I was too hot of a mess.
Too hot of a mess.
I don't think I was too hot of a mess. I do think it was the fact that she was a internet therapist, a Zoom therapist.
You know, well, you know how they advertise that, and they're like, oh, mental health is just a click away. Like, we've got therapy for you. I know another person that was trying to get a therapist, and they didn't want to do the online therapy thing. They wanted in-person therapy. It took them over a month to even find somebody for them to call back. It's like, dude, I needed therapy. Like, this might be too long.
Yeah.
You know?
That is a long time to have to wait for a therapist, to be like calling around to get a therapist. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure the anxiety was building.
And it didn't, and then like that wasn't even an appointment. That was like, here, you can try these people type of, you know, like, so I don't know. Like, I don't feel like that stuff's all.
But you gotta be able to make so much money doing that internet therapy. If you think about like, because you can go back to back to back to back, Zoom calling, and with a lot more rapid fire succession than if you were like dealing with these people in person.
Yeah,
like it's so much more of an energy draw when you have to deal with the person in person. Like the whole time you're talking, like they're doing other stuff. They're like playing something on their screen, you know what I mean? Like they're not like taxing their brain fully with you.
Yeah, no,
like
I think therapy definitely should be in a room together.
Yeah. Dude, after every session, I feel like a therapist should be like rubbing his forehead like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I got to get back at it. And then the secretary calls and says, hey, your 3:00 is here. And then he goes, yeah, I'm going to need 15 minutes.
Yeah.
My last session was a little.
Yeah.
That's what I, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I am right now.
I think you just got to go find an in-person somebody.
Yeah. But I don't have a month. Yeah, you're right. No, I need to do that. I'm going to do that. And, but I don't want to get caught up in like, well, once I do that and I start getting therapy, then everything will get better. All these things that I'm struggling to do will stop.
Right.
You know, I'm also trying to work on those things now. I sent out some emails.
Okay.
You know, it was very hard for me to do. And, you know, I'm like sweating now thinking about the emails that I sent now that they're out. Oh my God, these emails are out. What did I do? Can I have them back? Can I get those emails back?
No.
Oh, man, remember how great it was when you could not put a stamp on something and it might not get there? You know? Like now you know it's gone. It's gone. Oh, they're getting that.
Yeah.
They're getting that. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that's where I am now.
All right.
Yeah. A little update about me and my reaching out to people anxiety that I have. I don't even know if I talked about that on here that much.
Yeah.
You know? Because like once you're doing it, you're kind of reaching out to people about something, and it's like, oh my God, this is uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I've been struggling to reach out to people and to connect with people, send text messages, to even make phone
Sidney
calls.
doesn't ask for help.
I've and it's not even that I want to ask for help. But it's just like,
but you don't either.
Well, because it's like you're. I'm always concerned too, you know, because like a lot of the people now that I talk to, you know, we're in comedy, you know, we're in the same field or we have the same interests. So it's like, the concern is like, I don't want this person thinking that I'm reaching out to them for a thing.
But you are.
Well, to say hi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like it's tough. It's like, yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Networking is a skill. Like, I mean, like to be able to like reach out to people in your field to be like, say hi, but also like high end. Yeah, but
it's not even that. And I guess that's the concern. It's like, oh, I don't want this person to think I'm networking right now. Like that's the fear. Like not the fear, but that's one of the anxieties that makes it hard for me, while everybody else seems to be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's always like that when you struggle with something, it seems like nobody else it seems to. Yeah. You know. So I'll figure it out with the help of a therapist.
There you go.
What if I was like, hey, I'm just here because my wife wants me to see a therapist. I don't need your help. I just need you to just sign this slip that says I was here for an hour so I can take it back to my wife as proof. Yeah.
Would you ever do couples therapy with me?
Sure.
If they'd have you. Yeah,
I mean, I already know I'm the problem. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah, they're right about that already. My butthole loosened just thinking about it. You know?
I would support you that way if you wanted to.
To do couples therapy? Mm-hmm. You want to hear a therapist tell us I'm the problem?
Yeah. I mean, it gets you therapy. It makes me happy. Yeah. I think it's a win-win.
hearing a person say that I'm the problem will make you happy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about making you happy. We can go get a third person to reinforce everything you already know. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay, awesome.
Chakra pop. I was worried that chakra wasn't going to get popped. And I feel like that chakra got popped right at the last second, right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Right? Feel good about that. Can move on now. Right? You feeling good? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. I bet you are. Yeah. So, let me look at this. Oh, should have. So we're off to the heart chakra now.
I think this is my favorite chakra.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Even in the version with just the two of us?
Yeah.
Is it also your favorite chakra when we have guests?
Yeah.
That's because you like knowing people's business.
It is.
This is the let me know your business chakra.
I like it.
Like this is like I think every other the fear chakra you kind of get to know somebody's fears.
Oh
and
yeah, I
what
love
they're
that
attached
question.
to.
Like
Yeah.
Not the how do you I love when. No, I like when you. I like my two favorites are like what is your childhood what can't you get over from when your childhood?
Oh
like,
yeah, your disappointments that linger, like for like a performance disappointment that lingers from your childhood.
Yeah,
that's fun.
And this one, and what grief.
Yeah,
because I like sad business.
Yeah,
I do.
Can I please know your sad business?
If that's how you had conversations, I'd be like, I love this.
Yeah.
Like, hi, nice to meet you. Could you tell me about your sad business?
Yeah, or if somebody's like, yeah, my dog just died, my mom's sick, and you're like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, tell me more, please. Tell me more. Yeah. So this is the not just sad chakra, the heart chakra. It's about passion, expression, trust,
love.
I
like to know about your love too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we're about to know about right now.
Your love or love in general?
Yeah, I think I want to start loving holidays. I want to do that before therapy so the therapist can't get credit for it.
Did you see me light up when you said that?
I did. I want to start. I want to be. I come from a festive family. We're festive, but that's the thing, man. It's like we're festive 24/7, 365, and for me, it's like that's how it was growing up. It was just like constantly like everything was big. Everything was big, and then for holidays, it was like, all right, now leave me alone. You know. I think I adopted that as my holiday habit. It was like, this is my time, please. What I want for Christmas is some quiet time. Thank you very much. Can I get some quiet time for Christmas? Yeah. I just want some me time. Thank you. I've been trying to get that for Christmas almost my whole life. It wasn't just when we had kids. I mean, you knew 23 years, 13 years without having kids. I just wanted me time for Christmas.
Yeah, you're kind of a holiday bummer.
Yeah, can I get some me time for Thanksgiving, please? I know it's a family holiday, but can I get some me time? Can I get some me time for Easter? I know it's Valentine's Day, Ansley, but can I get some me time, please? I want to find that frequency that I love holidays in. You know?
I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be bigger or like, it can be whatever you enjoy about them.
Yeah? You're fine with however I tune in?
Yeah, I think so.
You just want me in?
I just want you in.
Yeah. All right, I'm in. I'm in.
Well, how are you going to tune in?
I mean, well, I'll find my frequency and I'll jump frequencies every now and again if I feel like the frequency is close enough to mine where it's not too big of a gap. Because I don't want to get out. I don't know what to do here. You know, I want to get electrocuted. Right? This is too much. Oh my God, I can't handle this frequency. I'm sorry, I can't decorate stockings with you. But yeah, no, I'm looking to hop in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hop in.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh boy,
it's coming.
All right.
Should I buy you a turkey hat? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
We try it out.
Thanksgiving will be my test holiday.
Okay.
I'll give a little test. I'll jump in a little bit and see where it takes me.
Your nieces and nephews, I think, would love it if you come dressed up like a giant turkey.
You know what? You know what's sad about the fact that I don't dress up like a giant turkey?
What?
I do such a good turkey.
I believe it.
I feel like I'm under pressure right now because
Yeah.
I bragged about it.
Yeah.
If I would have just jumped in, I do a good chicken. Is what I do.
He's new to the holidays. We're gonna forgive him. He's just jumping in now.
I am just jumping. I got to work on my turkey. Give me a second to work on my turkey. This might just open me up to impressions. Period.
It might. Okay.
That's a turkey that found out that it was about to be dinner for Thanksgiving. Yeah, chakra popped. How you feeling? That's a chakra pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving along here. Throat chakra. Uh-oh.
Truth, expression.
Yeah.
What you got?
I got some
truth to express?
Well, I got some other people's business.
Oh, I like that.
I know you do. Former basketball player Joe Smith. Right?
You made him up.
He basically is a made-up player.
Okay.
You know, he's just like a made-up role player.
Yeah.
He's been on so many different teams. He's not one of these people that gets traded because he's a bad player and people are trying to unload him. He's one of these people that gets traded because he was always solid for what he would always deliver on exactly what he did. You knew what you were getting. So he was
part of the package.
He was always part of the package.
Like, listen, we'll throw Joe Smith in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
He was never like, yo, let me get Joe Smith.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, and we'll also throw in Joe Smith. We're like, huh, okay. All right.
We could use Joe Smith.
We could definitely use a Joe Smith around here.
Yeah.
But he was a number 1 draft pick.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a number 1 draft pick. And then he ended up, but you know.
That was the highlight of his life, huh?
Dude, I mean, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Especially for what's going on right now.
Okay. What's Joe Smith up to now?
Man. He just found out that his wife had, without his knowledge, an OnlyFans.
Is that like every man's biggest fear in this day and age?
I don't know. It's getting your dick cut off is still probably up there.
But maybe second?
Biggest fear.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, is it up there?
No. I think, ironically, maybe like third biggest fear is finding out your wife has an OnlyFans. Your second biggest fear is other people finding out your wife has an OnlyFans. That's your second biggest fear.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he has it. He's living it right now.
Yeah.
And it's,
is it a popular one?
I don't know. I'm not part of the OnlyFans world. I feel like that's a slippery slope, you know? It's like even like the free OnlyFans, I don't even know how that works, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know? It's like I don't need to know the titties. You know what I mean? I think that makes it difficult. That's what makes it. I'd rather not know
that all those titties are there. What do you mean?
No. I don't want to.
What does know the titties mean?
I don't want to know like who these titties are in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes it difficult for me to enjoy any sort of like pornographic imagery or any porn. I just don't mess with porn.
Because you don't want a personality attached to titties.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I want it to be like a NPC, a non-playable character.
Yeah.
You know, that there's no attachment to whatsoever.
You don't want to be thinking about this poor lady's father and family and everything.
But that's the thing. Like, it's the more this is like that's just a person in a house taking it's like she's probably being sex trafficked. You know? So now it's like that double edge. It's like, well, do you want to kind of know who they are, or do you want to worry about them being sex trafficked? You know what I mean? It's that double-edged sword.
Okay.
Of like, I don't know, man. When you realize that you have like like you're powerless to like sexual deviancy, mm-hmm. and when you're pulling out of it, mm-hmm. and you're like, oh my God, I was gross. You're gross everywhere. Mm-hmm. You're gross with everything. You mm-hmm. know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't want to. You're trying to keep the grossness out of your head as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right. And it's but yeah, she's got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And that's not even the worst part. The worst part of all of this is when he confronted her about it, she started filming, like, I guess herself with him in the background and in like selfie mode while like talking to the people. So I don't even know if this was like her videoing or she might have gone live while she was doing this to some platform.
Yeah.
Which I get it.
Does she think he shouldn't be mad at her? Like
Yes.
she's like, and she thinks, what does she, but why didn't she tell him about it if he didn't, if she doesn't think he should be mad about it?
Because he would be mad about it.
But she doesn't think he should care.
Well, he doesn't. It's her body, her choice, is what she was saying in the video.
Yeah.
And he's just feeling like when the video first starts, she's talking to the camera like, yeah, he's sitting here complaining. Look at him. He won't. He's got his back. He's talking to the wall. But I think when she pulled the camera out to film him, he didn't want to be filmed, so he turned away from her and was still talking.
Yeah.
Her,
Yeah.
right? She probably filmed him, was like, I got to make sure he doesn't hit me.
Yeah, right? Yeah, there's a whole nother reason why you pull and start filming that. Like,
Yeah.
you better watch what you're, like, he can't say all the things he wanted to say in front of all these people.
No, he definitely, he had to hold back on all the sluts, whores, and, because he didn't say any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It was just like, he handled it very, very respectfully, actually.
Yeah.
As one should handle themselves when they're being filmed, you know?
That seems kind of rough because, I say this, I don't know if this makes it better or not, but like, if you were in a relationship, right, and you were like an everyday
I
people,
am in a relationship. I am an everyday people.
right, and you found out, like, all of a sudden, like, we were taking more trips and getting more, our holidays were bigger and better and stuff, and you found out that I had an OnlyFans, but that I was making a lot of money from it, and, like, bringing the money to the family. That's one reason to have, because that's a reason to have an OnlyFans, right? Like, you make money from it, right?
Yeah.
But she's married to
passive income.
Yes. But she's married to Joe Smith, which I don't think they need money, right? Like, they're doing just fine.
They had a nice house in the video.
You're right. So they're doing just fine. So, like, she's doing this for attention, I have to assume, right?
I think she was also making the argument that it was also for some extra cash, because she was trying to make the argument that she does a lot of jobs and stuff and she's always busy, and this is you know, I think she's like, oh, and she was also saying in the video, you knew who I was before you met me. I don't know what that means.
How long have they been together?
I don't know. I should have looked that up when I was learning about people's business.
Yeah. It's important, right? Because if they've been together since like high school, you'll be like, ugh. But if he like just married her 3 years ago and she's claiming you knew who I was, like, dude, pick your woman right. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah. I can find out real quick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what about college?
College, I still think that I'm on his side if it was college, if they've been together since college. But if it's like 2, 3, 4 years, I might be on her side. But also, like, basketball, it seems like it must be hard to be married to a basketball player, right? There's a lot of time when they're traveling, a lot of time spent practicing, a lot of time when they're not home with their families, right? Like, that's a sacrifice you make for that profession.
Yeah.
And
wait, what the hell is this? This is Joe Smith is such a name. You know what I mean? It's like
there's a lot of Joe Smiths out there.
When it's like they think I'm talking about John Doe, I think. See, when did Joe Smith get married? List of wives, 39 more rows. This is Joseph Smith. From the church, the founder of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you know how much money he can make if his wives were doing OnlyFans? Yeah. Let me see. NBA Joe Smith.
Yeah, I just read an article about some teacher that had she had started an OnlyFans, and then everybody found out about it and they fired her, and she was like, I'm fine with it because I'm making so much more money now than I was as a kindergarten teacher. And
especially now that she got that free press about her OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't find it easily, so I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just what I did find is ex-NBA superstar Joe Smith has left his family home following his wife's announcement of her OnlyFans. I didn't even know this.
He left
This is
her?
new information. He's out of the home?
She's in the home. She gets to keep the home.
Oh, the news comes from Joe Smith's wife of 5 years,
Ooh.
who told TMZ that her husband has been pretty pissed off with her since she let slip about the adult account.
Listen, he knew who she was when he married her.
Yeah.
I don't know, Joe Smith. I don't know.
Yeah. Joe Smith, you got to take that one, dog.
Yeah.
That didn't happen to you. You brought that into your life.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't feel good for him, but.
No, but at the same time, it's like, I'm on her side. You knew who she was before you met her.
Yeah.
5 years.
5 years.
You met her in like this era.
Yeah.
You know? And she didn't say how they met.
Yeah.
But
how long has she had that OnlyFans for?
Well, I don't know. And I don't know how to find that out without.
Yeah. Going to OnlyFans.
Yeah, I forget what I was saying.
He met her in this era.
Yeah, he met her. What was I going to say though?
He brought that into his house.
He did bring it into. He brought it into his life. Oh, when she was saying you knew who I was before you met me. To me, that felt like she was calling out without calling out how they met.
Yeah.
And I might be just reading in too much to it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, act like we ain't meet how we met.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
Yeah.
I speak black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the translation.
That's basically what was being said.
Thank you.
I speak multiple dialects of black.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's a chakra pop there.
Yeah. That's drama.
Yeah. And then it's funny, for the third eye thing, I have ice skates and dangerous weapons are the same.
Yes, they are. I never knew.
I didn't even realize I had that for two different things.
It's heavy on your heart, huh?
So I'm telling you, man, I was like, when I first saw the hat, I was like, that's not real.
Yeah.
You know, and then I looked at it and it was just like, oh my God, this is real. I had a puddle of sweat in my belly button. It was so much sweat. Like I don't even ice skate.
No.
Remember that? Remember when we tried to ice skate and how bad I was?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the thing. When you're that bad, you end up on your butt a lot. Mm-hmm. You're at the ice skate level now.
Yeah.
Your fingers are down there to get
all down there.
chopped off.
Anything could get chopped.
Yeah. Every time I would fall and hit the ice, your hands would go out first because they have to. And then as soon as I felt like I was landed, I would pull my hands back in
Put
and
them in your
look
armpits.
around. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can call that a chakra already popped. The third eye chakra got popped. The fear chakra.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now we all know.
Yeah.
Open your mind. Ice skating is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Mm-hmm. Very dangerous. Mm-hmm. And not just for your coccyx.
No.
Which that is a major concern for ice skating for me. My tailbone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think about my tailbone a lot.
Yeah.
I've been preserved ever since I pulled the chair out from that girl and she landed on her tailbone and got injured really badly. I've been very, very, very careful about my tailbone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, I always bring up my tailbone injury.
Mm-hmm.
It was no joke.
I feel like I created very bad tailbone karma. Coccyx karma. My coccyx karma is so bad.
Yeah, you got to worry about that tail.
That might be the name of this episode, Coccyx karma. All right. So we're on to the crown chakra.
Before we crown. Now you're ready to crown.
Yeah, you're taking the dandruff out of my eyebrows.
Maybe.
So yeah, now we're talking about we're the crown chakra, right? A spirituality chakra.
Yeah.
So I was going to posit a question to you, Ansley. What is our spirituality? Like, who are we spiritually as a household, as a family? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
We have children. We should know this.
We should know this. I couldn't figure it out the other day, and I was like, Ansley probably knows.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where I forget, like I don't have a password to something. Like Ansley probably has the password. Ansley, what's the password to our spirituality? I can't get into it. I have no idea what it is right now.
Listen, we believe that there's something bigger than us out there. We believe that there's that there's more than just this life. Whether you get reincarnated or you go somewhere else or your spirit becomes part of a whole. I'm not quite sure what it is. Mm-hmm. We believe in karma in terms of what you put out in the universe is what you get back.
Heard that.
And we live by the 10 Commandments, I would say. I mean, we think that Like religion is a man-made structure, but there is some truth and wisdom within all the religions that you should take for your spirituality.
Yeah, I mess with the 10 Commandments because I feel like they look out for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they look out for you from me.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments got my back and they keep me in check.
Yeah.
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 It's like, stay away from violating any of the 10 Commandments and you should be kind of aight.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as a base of how you're functioning.
Yeah.
It's simplified. It's 10 of them. You can do this.
10. It's easy. It's 10.
Yeah.
What are the 10 Commandments?
Don't steal.
That's your first 10 Commandments? Well, that's because you're
Don't
a fucking
kill.
klepto. Yeah, that's your problem. That's what you went to that for. Because my first one, the first one that came, what do you think the first one that came to me?
Don't covet thy neighbor's wife.
It sure did. It sure did. So, yeah. So, 10 Commandments. Well, let's pre-assume all the thou shall not.
Yeah, thou shall not.
Ready? Kill.
Covet thy neighbor's wife.
Covet thy neighbor's wife.
Steal,
which is kind of the same thing if you ask me.
lie.
Bear false witness.
Yeah. I think there's like one in there about worshiping other gods.
Yeah, false idols.
Shouldn't hit your wife. Is that in there?
That's not in there. As a matter of fact,
that's the 11th commandment.
Keep your wife in check, by the way. She's getting yappy in the community and people are starting to talk. She's acting like she got a man at home that's not hitting her. So.
I got the 5 commandments.
Yeah, I mean, those 5 matter the most.
Do you have any more commandments?
Sloth. That's the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah. Those are different.
Yeah. Nah.
No more commandments.
Nah.
We got 5.
So
5 commandments.
Our spirituality really only needs those 5 commandments. Yeah.
I need to know which ones we're missing. Are we not living by them, or are we just don't know we're living by them?
You think we're that good?
That we don't know we're living by them?
We're just 10 commandments. Here we go. Let's get this. In order. You ready for this?
Yes. Do you got a burning bush? You coming down off the mountain for me?
Yeah, I'm bringing it to you.
Okay.
Am I Moses?
You're Moses.
I'm Moses.
You're Moses right now.
Yeah. I'm Moses Malone. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. No, that can't be number 1. Well, I don't think they're in order of importance.
It looks like, okay, go ahead.
Okay. You shall have no other gods before me.
Yeah. I think that is number 1.
Yeah. I mean, that would have turned me off right away. Yeah. It's if that would have been last for me, I'd have been like, all right. All right, you made a good point with all those first 9. I think, yeah, I can rock with this guy.
Yeah.
You shall have no other gods before me. Mm-hmm. You shall make no idols. Yeah.
It was big back then, right?
Mm-hmm. A lot of idol making.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I just made the new guy. No, this is the new guy. We're going to worship him. I just made him. He's in my, come to my shed real quick. Just come look. I mean, I'm not completely done, so don't judge it right now.
I feel like there were so many religions too. People were probably just like, listen, I'm going to worship them all. And then that will get me in, right? And the gods were like, no. That would have been. You got to pick one. Yeah.
So you sure you got to pick one? All right, I'll pick one. My fingers crossed. All right. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Yeah, we don't do these. We don't do these 5.
Damn it.
Honor your mother and father.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We live by that.
Or we make our kids live by that. They'll live by that until they're teenagers.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back to it in their 40s. But in their 30s and 20s, they'll make their kids live by it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You shall not murder.
Good one.
You shall not commit adultery.
Solid.
You shall not steal.
Solid.
You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor.
Check marks.
You shall not covet.
Covet anything?
It used to be thy neighbor's wife, but I don't know what happened to the rest of
But
it.
with the adultery, it kind of covers that.
Oh, yeah.
The neighbor's wife.
So
Stop coveting. Stop all that coveting.
we're really a 6th commandment household. If you don't mind us saying so.
Yeah.
All right. That's who we are.
Yeah.
We're a 6th commandment household.
There's our spirituality.
That's our spirituality. The 6 commandments.
Yeah, because we definitely dabble.
Yeah.
Sorry, God. 6.
We
There's
got,
6
yeah,
of
we
them.
got 6 of them. That's more than half. Who can say that?
Yeah.
Let he who does all 10 cast the first stone.
Yeah.
If you're not doing all 10 of those, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you're doing 9. You gotta be doing all 10.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear it. All right, I think we did it.
Yeah.
That was a fun one,
Yes.
right? You had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get on to this Patreon. Patreon, $1 gets you all of our exclusive content. If you liked if you had any fun with what we were doing here, and you're like, this is a fun podcast. They're popping chakras. They're making me think about my place in the world while also entertaining and making me laugh about things that I don't really think about on my own. But I'm glad they're prodding me to take my brain down these avenues and twists and turns.
Yeah.
We do a Patreon where we do a very similar thing, but it's by design just a little bit darker.
Just a little bit.
Chakra Poppers After Dark.
Yeah. Put on our black robes for that one.
We should. Home. We should ohm the whole
Yeah.
time. One's talking and one's ohming the whole entire time.
Come home with us.
Yeah, come home with us.
Home.
All right, we love you guys. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content on our Patreon. Come on over. We're also on Rockfin, premium content there. Check us out. We love you guys, and we are out.
See ya.